Taylor Swift didn't know who Justin Baldoni was. How come she was involved in the casting process? Hi, and welcome to Blossom Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood with celebrities and working as an entertainment reporter. So lately you guys have been sending me so many tips on what I should talk about, and there's so much interesting intel going on out there. Thank you for doing such amazing research. So yeah, I'm going to talk about a few of those things in this episode because I found some of it very, very interesting. So one of you guys sent me an interview with Isabella Ferrer, who played the younger Blake Lively in It Ends With Us. She was interviewed by Extra on the red carpet. I think it was for one of the premieres of the movie. And first of all, she said something very interesting about Blake Lively. She said Blake Lively did this whole outfit. You know, she wears a lot of Oscar. I'm assuming it's Oscar de la Renta. And she was the stylist for me during this whole production. And she's pointing at her shoes and saying that they're basically Blake Lively's shoes.
Well, I mean, this is all pretty much Blake's styling. She's been my stylist, quite literally. So we were talking, she's a huge fan of Oscar. She always wears Oscar. And so she had sent me some images of dresses and we decided on this one. And then these are her shoes, Blake's shoes. So
all that is fine. But then the reporter asked her about the auditioning for the role, where Isabella says that she didn't know until recently that Taylor Swift played a part in the auditioning that made her get the role. I don't know the details of it. All I could see is what she's saying in this clip.
I hear that Taylor may have had some influence in getting
yes, she did. Yeah, I know. I don't even know if I'm meant to be saying it, but I'm saying it. Yeah, she was a helpful part of the process of the audition, which I found out later after I got it, and that rocked my world.
The reason why I find this pretty interesting is that Taylor Swift has now come out and said she had nothing to do with the movie or whatever. She just did a song. And she also said, I think she said this, but it's from a source close to Taylor Swift. And they went to Daily Mail and gave them these quotes. So I'm assuming it's coming from her camp. That's what I have to assume. Anyways, in the article, they're saying that she is confused of being dragged into this suit as her connection to Blake is one of a friendship only. And then the source continues to say, she finds Justin's interpretation of the encounter perplexing, and those close to her suspect she's being drawn into the situation as a means to target Blake. The insider continued. Then she says, this was the first time that Taylor ever met Justin. She had no idea who he was, and Taylor was simply being polite. She was polite to him as she is to everyone she meets. Okay, so here's the thing. If Taylor Swift didn't know who Justin Baldoni was, how come she was involved in the casting process for the movie? That's where things don't add up for me. So I don't know. I am not going to come out with some conspiracy theory here that she was more involved than we know. But I think this interview with Isabella Ferrer is quite telling. Anyways, I went to her Instagram, Isabella Ferrer. She doesn't even have a verified Instagram account, which I find weird. I don't know. I thought she became a big star after this movie. I really liked her acting, I have to say that. She seemed very sweet. So let's not drag her into this. And of course, she had to be supporting Blake because, you know, she was a big star and she had to wear what she told her to wear and all that stuff. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. Another clip that one of you guys sent me, it was of Brandon Sklenar, who was also one of Blake Lively's co-stars and love interests in the movie It Ends With Us. I went into Brandon Sklenar's Instagram, and you know, he has publicly been supporting Blake Lively, and oh my God, the backlash he has received from doing that. I feel sorry for the guy. I have to say, you know, some of these people have been dragged into this, and of course they had to play along with the power couple, and so he did. And I feel, yeah, no, when you read the comments on his Instagram, I just feel like, oh my God, I feel for that guy. But anyways, the video one of you guys sent me is where Brandon is talking about how amazing it was to work with Justin Baldoni.
He was great. I mean, he did a really good job at balancing being both, you know, a lead actor in the film and then being a director and a producer. And honestly, the entire crew that he assembled was just so incredible. I mean, everybody in this film was just on the top of their game. It was a really pleasant environment to work in. I never felt like I was on a set.
Yeah, so he keeps talking about how pleasant the environment was to work on in the movie. And then he even says this.
She was being a mama. I mean, she's, you know, her kids are running around and...
Yeah, so Blake Lively even brought her kids to sets, being the mama. And for me to hear something like that, I'm like, was the set really that hostile? If you want to bring your kids to a set that you feel is unsafe and hostile. I found that a little hard to believe. But then again, you know, when I hear something like this, I've interviewed so many celebrities throughout the years. And, you know, they would always brag about their co-stars and the director and say it was so amazing, you know, this opportunity and the director was great. You know, they would always put things in a positive light. So even if he said that, I don't know if he believed so, but he does seem genuine. And maybe he was unaware of the situation. But then if he was unaware of the situation, I find it hard to believe why he came out and supported Blake. Brandon also said that she's such a powerhouse and she wears so many hats, meaning that he admits that she took control of the movie the way I see it. You know, why would she wear so many hats? She's supposed to just be the actor in the film. So...
and can seamlessly wear all these hats. And to this day continues to just blow me away with how much of a powerhouse woman she is.
I think some of these people who supported Blake now really regrets that. I talked about the other day that Jenny Slate also has received so much backlash on her social media and that she had to close off her comment section. And oh my God, this is so bad. There was also big news this week when an intimacy coordinator was interviewed by The Hollywood Reporter, and the person said that she thought the video between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively was damning evidence, that you could see that she was uncomfortable in the situation. So that's her opinion. She's an intimacy coordinator. I don't know if there was one. I don't know if that's clear yet, if there was one in that specific shoot. But one of you guys sent me another video this week, which also proves that there's some shadiness going on here when it comes to facts served by Blake Lively's team. Because in this interview that was done with, let's see, Access Hollywood, Blake Lively talks about the intimacy coordinator.
So talk to me about how sometimes you were even the intimacy coordinator in some of those sexier scenes. Like we saw you.
That shouldn't be happening, by the way. I just want to be clear that you should not be the intimacy coordinator. You should definitely hire intimacy coordinators, which we did have.
Well,
thank goodness.
You were teaching Justin how to pull you in.
Where have you seen
that.
this?
That
I
clip?
actually just saw it too. It was on Instagram yesterday, I think.
Yeah, I mean.
And in that interview, it looks like Colin Hoover too. You know, she talks about Justin Baldoni and, you know, it looks like Colin Hoover too. If there was anything going on that Blake was uncomfortable with, it looks like at that point that Colin Hoover didn't even know about that. I don't know. That's how I read that interview. Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting that Colin Hoover reacted the way she did when they talked about this. I don't know, you can't go on her Instagram and check anything because she deleted hers. She had like 2 million followers. I said that the other day in an episode that she just deleted her whole Instagram. So I think she just really wants to take a step back. Someone suggested that she might have deleted her Instagram because she doesn't want her account to be subpoenaed, so that, you know, she needs to show it in evidence and show her DMs or whatever that's been going on behind the scenes. Who knows? I'm not going to speculate in that, but it could be a reason. Or she just doesn't want to put herself out there because it's really rough going through things like that when the public comes after you. So I understand that, but then again, why take a stand against someone that when you have no reason to? Someone also sent me this really funny video where they made Blake Lively into Khaleesi, and her dragons as Taylor Swift. And I think there's Justin Baldoni in there as well. People are so creative with these things. And now with AI, you can make so many things possible, which is also a reason why you should believe everything you hear and see. There has been like things flourishing on the internet where there's fake audio recordings. I think there was one of Justin Baldoni the other day. So please check your sources. There's so many people on YouTube sitting talking about things that they have no idea what they're talking about. They don't have the intel, and they're making up these things, and they have a huge following, which I think is really, really scary. So please be aware of things like that and check the sources. Also, an interesting fun fact that I got from one of you guys was that Scarlett Johansson's directorial debut with a movie called Eleanor the Great was financially backed by Wayfair Studios, which is Justin Baldoni's studio. And as you know, Scarlett Johansson used to date Ryan Reynolds. They used to be married, actually, until he met Blake Lively. So yeah, you can see there are some connections here that are interesting. I don't know if that any reason why Ryan Reynolds is even more after Justin Baldoni, but I just thought it was interesting to mention that. There's another reason for Ryan Reynolds to hate on Justin Baldoni. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and please keep commenting. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, and click that notification button so you don't miss an episode of Flawsome Talk. And yeah, I'll see you in my next episode. Bye!